It's week 7 of the DDPY Positively Unstoppable Challenge, and I am unstoppable. Welcome back to my channel. I am unstoppable. I am Dr. Tom Wallen, and it's week 7 of the DDPY Positively Unstoppable Challenge. Now, this is the second part of this week's episode where I'm going to be talking about how to eat on the road. So I took a long trip, a 4-day trip over the course of the weekend. My main priority in life right now is that I have a contest to win. This contest is mine, and the most important part of winning this contest to me is staying on my diet. I'm utilizing a lot of techniques to make sure I'm losing as much body fat as I can, and diet is the most primary aspect of this. I have to fuel my workouts, and I have to give my body what it needs to recover from the workouts, and I have to make sure that I'm in a caloric deficit. So while on the road, while traveling, sometimes it's difficult to stay on a nutrition plan. So I wanted to go over some of the strategies that I used, and I think the main point is that a failure to plan is a plan to fail. I make sure that when I was traveling, and anytime I do this, I have all my tools at my disposal. So that way, if I'm in the airport and I'm stuck without a meal, or I'm stuck without a beverage, I'm not grabbing a Cinnabon, and I'm not grabbing a really, really high calorie latte. So some of the things that I made sure that I packed for actually traveling in the airport: protein sources, always my number one source. So I made sure that I had plenty of protein bars to go with. These are my favorite. These are made by Kirkland. You can purchase these at Costco. They turn out to be $1 a piece, and they taste better than any Quest bar you've ever had. So I made sure I had plenty of protein bars. Also, as another protein source, I made sure I had some whey protein. So these are some packets that I had that were samples. I also filled large baggies full of my intra-workout. I'm so glad that airport security did not pull me over for that, because it definitely looked like giant bags of drugs. But there was whey protein, Gatorade, and creatine monohydrate. I put them in little pre-portioned packets so that every day that I'm working out, I could throw them in my shaker cup and make sure I had everything with me. Now, also important, always make sure when you're traveling in an airport or on the road, make sure you have a bottle. I use this as a water bottle. I also use this as a shaker cup to shake up my protein shakes. So anytime you're stuck without water, you have the risk of dehydrating, and that's super important when you're traveling. Other great sources: fruit, unsung hero. It's really easy to carry. It's already pre-portioned. I don't have to worry about weighing it and things like that. So that covers some protein sources, some carbohydrate sources, some fat sources. Always travel with nuts. Now, these are almonds. I love almonds. I love walnuts. I love cashews. You just have to watch the portion sizes with these. With almonds, I like these particularly because the portion size is usually 30 nuts. So it's easy to count out 30 and eat them, and then that's it. I don't think nuts are as highly touted as a protein source, as a lot of people say, because there's so much fat content. In order to get the amount of protein you need out of this, you sure have to eat a lot of nuts. So carry these. They're really, really great. Just use them sparingly. So for the airport, that covers most of the things. If I needed a snack, when I was on the plane, they were giving out bags of Cheez-Its, which is one of my favorite snacks, but one of the foods that I certainly can't eat right now. So I was glad I had those. Otherwise, I might have grabbed for a Cheez-It, or I might have asked for a ginger ale or something, and that could have thrown me off my balance for the trip. Now, when I landed and I checked in at the hotel, there's a few essentials at the hotel. I make sure every hotel has a refrigerator and a microwave. So that makes eating in the hotel room much easier. I try not to eat out for a couple reasons. One, I'm super cheap. We all know that. But frugal is maybe the better word, right? But I wanted to make sure that I was able to control my diet the best I could. They do give calorie counts on menus at certain restaurants, but you can't really trust that. If someone gets a little heavy-handed with some of your sources, you could be consuming 300, 400, 500 more calories than you anticipated. So I wanted to make sure all my meals were prepared by myself. When I got into town, I got right to the grocery store and picked up the essentials. And some of the essentials were water. I always make sure I grab a couple gallons of water to make sure that there's no chance of me being dehydrated. I grabbed a couple rotisserie chickens. I think that's really cool. I think that's a great source of protein. It's already cooked. It's easy to portion out. I just took the skin off and I was able to eat off of that for the 4 days I was there. The 2 chickens lasted the 4 days for all my meals. I also picked up some vegetable sources, so I grabbed a few bagged salads, and which was easy because I could just eat the salad right out of the bag. Didn't have to worry about too much there. Now, my hotel was really good. I made sure that the hotel also had a hot breakfast, so there was hard-boiled eggs there. That was very, very easy. And if anybody was staying at the La Quinta Inn this weekend, particularly Adam, I'm sorry that I stole all the eggs. Sorry, not sorry. I have a contest to win. But I got there early. There was 12 hard-boiled eggs. I just took all of them, put them up in my refrigerator, ate them throughout the week. Eggs are an amazing source of fat, an amazing source of protein. So on the road, that's an essential staple, is having hard-boiled eggs. They also had a lot of oatmeal packets, so I made sure I utilized a lot of these. Now, these are great because they only take a minute in the microwave to heat up with just a little bit of water. I've actually eaten these raw before, or I'll throw them in my protein shake. It's a great carbohydrate source. It's really easy to travel with, really easy to consume, and it's a great energy source throughout the days. They also had these cool little peanut butter packets, so I made sure I grabbed a few of these. Again, I had to be careful of the serving size on that, but they're pre-portioned. You know exactly what you're getting. You can't get too heavy-handed with that. And also at the buffet, there was a lot of fruit. So I made sure throughout the course of the week, I was stocking up on apples, and they had some oranges. So that was great. So, just to kind of recap, also at the store, I also picked up some other convenient carbohydrate sources. I like rice cakes because, again, pre-portioned, low calorie, pretty satiating. You can eat a few of those and feel a little bit full. But I was able to stay almost completely on point with my nutrition this week. I was probably a little bit low on my proteins. I was maybe a little bit low on my fats. I was probably a little higher on my carbohydrates because I was thinking I needed to really fuel my workouts. I was eating a couple apples a day. They had some apples at the PC, so in between the workouts, I was making sure I was always snacking on that, trying to stay as hydrated as possible. But the moral of the story is there is no excuse to go off your diet. As long as you plan properly, it's very, very easy to stay on your nutritional strategy. I didn't want to bring my food scale with me. I didn't want to make this too hard. I just wanted to make sure I was making sensible choices, and then I was able to save some money by eating at home, and also not relying on the calorie counts at the restaurant. So I'm hoping some of this helps you. If you guys have any future trips, these are some of the strategies that'll help you stay on track. Just the big thing is just make sure that you have all of your foods with you. It just makes things a lot easier. So make sure to like this video, leave a comment in the comment box below, and subscribe to my channel. I am Unstoppable. Now, in my next series of videos, like I mentioned before, I'm going to be doing a series that's called Who Inspires Me? So there's 4 people that I met at Summit that really, I hit it off with, I became really good friends with, but their stories are incredible stories, and they're not the type of stories that you would see on the front page of the DDP Yoga website. So I'm going to talk about them, kind of give their story, and also let them know how much they inspire me. And these are the type of people that are keeping me going throughout this program. So hope you guys have an incredible week. I'll see you guys back on week 8. And remember,
beat me if you can. Outwork me if I let you.